Well, guys, welcome back to Pocket Change Treasure, episode number 2, hosted by Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you for joining me again. This is your daily dose of variety. And when we talk about varieties, there's no bigger variety than the 1972 double die obverse. It's on the front of the coin. It hits you right smack dab in the forehead. It's that obvious. Although in 1972 there are about a dozen various different double dies, and they're all pretty nice, with the exception of maybe a couple of them. They're kind of obscure, not easy to be seen unless you use a magnifier. The 1972 double die number 1 is probably the strongest in the series. It's the strongest out of the dozen, that's for sure. It rivals the 1969 S, but it's more common. It's more available to be searched. Even I've discovered one of these when I was still living in Florida. So you guys east of the Mississippi will have a heck of a time. Well, actually, a heck of a good time finding this type of coin. And they are still out there. I've seen them come up on occasion. You hear about them on some of the forum chat pages that I frequent. And these certainly still are findable in pocket change, coin roll hunting, you name it. It's out there. Now let's take a look at the coin. It's just one image, but the image speaks volumes. If you look at the date, Liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust," you'd swear you had double vision right now. It's extremely strong. It's the strongest of the bunch. I would say in the Lincoln Memorial, it might be a little bit better than the 69S double die, which you never know. One episode I might talk about that. But in terms of findability, locating one of these, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a 5. 1 being the hardest, 10 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest. This one is right smack dab in the middle. They are out there, and so are its other 11 variety friends for the 72 year. And this is definitely one that you should be looking for regardless, especially you copper searchers out there that like to go through copper and pull them out. Take a look at all of your 1972s. Lower grade examples still sell between $150 and $300. You know, these are pieces that are worn. You know, they don't look very good. The cachet with this date and this double die is that everybody wants the example. So people are willing to pay up for it, and they're not willing to compromise. As long as they have an example of one of the strongest double dies in existence, you better believe that they're going to pay the money. Some of the more recent examples have sold via on the auction front, notably Mint State 67 examples, have sold in the $2,000 to $2,500 range. A lot of money, and definitely something if you come across, you pull aside, you either keep it or sell it. Whatever you decide to do, it's going to be a great decision either way. This is one of those gifts that keep on giving. So that wraps up this episode of Pocket Change Treasure. It's the 1972 double die obverse number 1. You guys take care. It was a pleasure yet again, and stay tuned tomorrow for another Pocket Change Treasure episode. Have a wonderful evening and keep searching.